What's up everybody, it's Alan here, welcome back to another video. I'm still training Slayer and I'm just cannoning a Bloodvelds task right now while AFKing, and that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing for probably most of this video, probably the next few ones as well. I want to get a decent Slayer level out of the way, and I'm also in zero time training my combat stats as well, like my melee stats and also ranged, slowly but surely making more gains. So most of this video is going to be Slayer. At some point I will stop and switch over to something else before I return back to Slayer. And one of my short-term goals is to get level 100 combat. I'm not quite there yet, but once I hit level 100, I'll be able to get tasks from Duradel. So right now, just AFKing some Slayer. And there is task number 30 completed, 60 Slayer points from that. I get 178 aberrant specters. Now, in the last video, I skipped these and I really didn't like doing them, but I was killing the regular ones. I completely forgot that there are the Deviant specters in the catacombs in Zaya, so I'm actually going to go over there and test them out. I'm not sure what the XP per hour is going to be, and I'm not actually sure what they drop as well, so I might be able to make some money over there, but I'm going to go ahead and try that out. Alright, so killing the Deviant Specters wasn't too bad. I basically just used super restores the whole time and protect from magic since that's their attack style. And this is the loot that I got. Got some lava battle staves, rune full helm, grimy ranar weeds, a snapdragon seed I managed to get, also a mystic row bottom as well. Now I didn't realize until towards the end of the task I still have this blue D-hide on, and that was from killing Bloodvelds. So I could have definitely swapped that out for better DPS since I'm just using protect from magic the whole time, so I'm not taking any damage. But that was my fail right there. And right here we get 128 hellhounds, easy task. Hellhounds completed, and I'm currently level 64 Slayer, pretty nice, slowly but surely, still making the gains as always, also 60 ranged as well. 120 black demons, I'm actually going to do this in Nightmare Zone just so I can AFK for a little bit. So yeah, let's get this done. From that entire black demon task, I managed to get myself 83 attack, which is pretty good. And it took a little bit of time, but I mean, it's super AFK. It's also a Nightmare Zone, so I'm getting really good melee XP. So can't really complain about that. I usually like getting those tasks just so I can AFK a lot. 173 cow fights coming in, very good task for cannoning, and this will be really good XP. 40 steel dragons, and you best believe I am not doing this task. Metal dragons are a big no-no, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip this really quick. I'm not sure if this is a task I'm supposed to block. I don't think it is. I could be wrong. We get 25 mutated zygomites. I can't remember the last time I ever killed these, but it seems like it's an easy, simple task, and it's easy points, so let's go do it. Alrighty, I get 153 fire giants. It's been a while since I've had one of these tasks, but they're pretty much like doing Bloodvelds or Hellhounds, super AFK, and I just use a cannon. There's probably a better spot to kill these, but for most of these tasks, I just do them in the Stronghold Slayer dungeon, and I can use my cannon that way. I'm not sure if they're in the catacombs, they might be, but I know in the catacombs you can't use a cannon, so I just use it here and I just kill one at a time slowly but surely while I AFK. So let's get this completed. Alright, new Slayer task, and hopefully it's something good, really good XP like cow fights or something like that. And we get 166 trolls, very good task. With this task, I actually use the Bracelets of Slaughter when I kill them in the Fremnik Isles area on the island of Yatizo, just so I can extend it a little bit, just to get a little bit more XP, because it's a pretty fast task. I got quite a bit of ranged XP from that task. I'm currently level 62 at the moment, pretty good. And let's get something good as well. 18 black dragons, a speedy task, and it's easy points. Something good, something good, something good. Ooh, 167 cow fights, pretty good. Alright, that's 38 tasks in a row, 2 more until I get that 60 point bonus, and currently 66 Slayer right now, very nice. And let's get something decent again. And we get 155 black demons, time to go to Nightmare Zone. Alright, I am finally going to take a small break from Slayer, and I do apologize that most of these clips are nothing but Slayer. I just want to get to a decent level before I stop and then continue on it at some point. So right now I am doing a farming run, and this is my first ever farming run on the account. Now I just hit level 20, and I can only grow 5 regular trees right now until I have access to the fruit trees. I forget what level I get access to them at. So I'm just currently growing the oak saplings, and there's the one in the Gnome Stronghold, also Tree Gnome Village, and then there's Lumbridge, Varrock, and Falador. So every now and again I will be doing a farming run. I kind of held off on these for a little bit, but I also don't make enough money on the account to actually afford it like consistently. But I thought right now, what the heck, I mean, it's oak saplings, they're not expensive whatsoever, and I can get some decent farming XP out of the way. Then eventually I will be moving on to, say, willow trees, maple trees. Yews and magics are going to be really expensive, so it's probably ideal that I do these as much as I can. And then once I hit those levels, like level 60 or 75 farming for the yews and magic trees, I could probably hold off on it for a little bit just so I can make enough money to afford it. And yeah, farming runs are pretty easy. I mean, I've always been lazy with these in all of the years that I've played RuneScape, so hopefully I can stay consistent with them. And I'm going to complete this, and I probably won't go back to Slayer right away. I do want to do a little bit of skilling in this video. Again, I do apologize that a lot of this content is Slayer, but again, I just want to get to a decent level before I stop, and then at some point I will go back to it. 55 fletching achieved, and now I have access to making the maple longbows and also broad bolts. So I've just been AFKing maple shortbows for the time being, but now I can do the longbows. And I also wanted to get 55 fletching just so I can finally actually create the broad bolts. Earlier on the account, if you saw it in one of my older progress videos, I unlocked the ability to make broad bolts early in Slayer. I actually didn't spend my initial points on Slayer rings or even a Slayer helmet or anything like useful. I decided to go straight for broad bolts, and I'm planning on making a lot of these for 99 fletching. And probably when I do things like agility, or even if I ever go for full void and do pest control, I could always make the bolts, and it's all 0-time fletching XP, depending on what activity I'm doing, if it's efficient or not. So yeah, I'm just AFKing maple longbows right now, and at some point I'll probably go do something else, but I thought for the time being I would do some fletching. Alright, I'm 97 cooking right now, still cooking Karambwans, and I'm still making good money off of them, and I'm not sure when I'm going to hit 99 cooking. I probably want to do it soon though, and even though I'm still making good profit every day, I always worry if Karambwans are still going to be like really good profit, because there's been times I've been able to profit like 250 coins on each of them, but sometimes or some days they can drop down to like 200 profit each or even sub 200 profit each. So I'm going to grind this out as much as I can, but I'm not sure when I'm going to hit 99. So I finished that Black Demons task from earlier. I hit level 85 attack. I'm also combat level 99.625 because that's how Conduit calculates things. But 145 blue dragons coming in. This is an easy task, especially if you kill the baby ones. I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel it because it's bad Slayer XP, even though it's somewhat of a speedy task, but not really though. I get 140 fire giants. I'd rather prefer these. 40 tasks in a row and also 60 Slayer points, total of 219. I'm not sure what I'm going to buy next when it comes to the Slayer points, but 66 Slayer still, and let's get a new task. 138 hellhounds, more AFKing. Alright, hellhounds are completed. I also just hit level 67 Slayer. Again, I'm not sure what level I'm going to stop at. I just love AFKing these tasks, and also Slayer is probably my second favorite skill in general. Right here, 134 Dagonauts. I've actually never been assigned this task, so let's go ahead and do it. Slaying Dagonauts are almost like doing cow fights or trolls. It's just a speedy cannon task where you get good XP. 163 aberrant specters coming in. I'm going to go back to the deviant ones in the catacombs. I'm not too sure if I actually profit from the deviant specters task because I do use up a lot of super restores, but I always manage to get good loot from them, so at least I'm getting some money back out of it. But 138 black demons coming in, very good task. Alright, I have reached a pretty big milestone on the account. It is level 100 combats, which now means I have access to Duradel, and I can now get tasks from him in Shiloh Village. But I'm actually not too sure if I should wait until I have, for example, Karamja Gloves 4, just for an easy teleport to him. Now, I know in Brimhaven you can ride the cart to get to Shiloh Village and then just run to him and get a Slayer task, or I could also even do NPC contact once I do Lunar Diplomacy. But Nieve is just a simple teleport away, and it doesn't take much run to get to her whatsoever. I don't have access to Slayer Rings, so I don't get the direct teleport. I have to use the Spirit Tree to get to Tree Gnome Stronghold, and then just run southwest to go to Nieve. But right now, I'm just going to stick to Nieve, and I'll probably hold off Duradel for a little bit. And I believe Duradel is the best Slayer Master in the game in terms of experience. I think for a while, it was always assumed that Nieve was the best one. But then I guess some calculations and some research went into account, and people determined that Duradel was the best one. Regardless, I am just going to stick with Nieve for right now and get tasks from her. Anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. It's the best way to support me on this channel. And if you like the videos in general, also be sure to drop down a subscription and turn those notifications on to stay tuned when I upload new videos. Thank you all so much for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.